96 in reverse.
It is 96 in reverse, and you can have the worst of my drink, and we can switch places. Now we are in reverse.
Hello and welcome to 96 and Reverse with your host, Peter, Cedric, Michelle, and Nate. Hello,
Hey
ladies and
y'all.
gentlemen. How's
Hey
everybody
How
doing?
everyone.
you guys? Hey, what's
Hello.
going on this beautiful Saturday here in Orlando, Florida?
Oh my gosh, it's Saturday. What?
It's Saturday.
I feel like I'm time traveling. I don't know how the weeks just keep passing by.
It just goes quick. And in my work
Hmm.
day, my work Monday is a Sunday. So once I get to Wednesday, it's like, oh, it's Thursday. And Thursday's Friday. So it's like, yes.
Yeah,
And
so your
Fridays are great.
your weekend's just wrapping up then.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I've been sick for the past 3 weeks now,
Hmm.
and it's been kicking my BGG like terrible. So I won't be doing too much talking today.
That's fair.
And let's see. So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What was one bad thing that one of your ex did to you that you can remember?
Ooh.
That's a lot of stuff. Like, how do I
Wait a
choose just
minute.
one?
Yes, like, okay, the worst ex or just any ex or the
Just
worst
just
thing an ex has done to me?
just anything that they have done to you.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't
Just
know if I
one.
can go with the worst. I had an ex, like my last one, my last relationship before Peter. I was dating this guy and he was a flirt, so he was actually talking to 5 other girls when we were dating. So that was interesting, but I'm glad I'm not in that relationship anymore.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I guess I
Oh,
have to go. I guess I have to go with the.
No names, please. No names.
Yeah, no, excuse me, the
That dude.
bajillion of them. That dude. Um, yeah, it was. I think the ultimate thing is betrayal. Nobody wants to feel betrayed once you give yourself to somebody. So being cheated on and being caught in the act of cheating was the biggest betrayal for me coming in the home. And I'm like, whoa,
Wow,
y'all
Yes.
supposed to be out a little longer, but yo.
that's just terrible. Like I really
And
feel for you because like that like happening in the home too.
oh
yeah,
yeah.
and it's like, okay, this is not even your apartment. You moved in with me.
I
Wow,
would
the
throw
disrespect.
everything away. I don't know. I
I
would
don't
throw the
know.
mattress away.
Yeah, and like a Lysol everything or something because it's like
Yes.
the disrespect. Like you come into my home and you're gonna do this. Like you didn't even want to go get an
Yeah.
apartment, not apartment, like a hotel or a 1 star, 2 star motel, something.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
It was the
Yeah.
easiest thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I tried to rekindle our friendship, but um no, it doesn't
What
work.
what is gone is gone.
What is
Yeah.
dead is dead.
Some things need to stay gone.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
yeah, I just think that like for me, um, I know some people don't agree with it, but I'm fine with like if I have some relationships and we ended up on like amicable terms and stuff, then I'll be friends with them. But I would say
Mm-hmm.
most of my exes I'm not friends with, for good reason and everything. But I think like something like that, I'm not sure if I could get around to being with somebody still because I would just be reminded by all the like the cheating that they did. Like and that messes you up. I'll just say for me, I'll like whenever that last guy I was talking about, whenever I went to sleep, he would wait for me to go to sleep and then he would hang up that phone. Cause back then, like I don't know if you ever did this where you would be on the phone talking to somebody until you fall asleep and stuff, like the stuff you used to do when you were younger. I don't know. And whenever as soon as I fell asleep, he would hang up the phone and then he would start texting other girls. and like
Mm.
that's when it would start. And so when I found that out, it like messed up with my mind psychologically because I was like, "Oh man, I can't go to sleep because when I go to sleep, he's going to start doing this stuff." And like I ended up
Oh
staying up waiting for
no.
him to pass out. And then I went and like I crossed boundaries, went and raided his phone and then found out he was cheating and stuff. So, yeah, I'm just glad that like I'm not paranoid anymore, but that took a while to get over that.
Mhm.
What about you, Nate? Like what happened to you?
Oh boy. Um. So I had this one ex. In high school. Whole shebang. Just cheating. Put his hands on me. Like I almost couldn't escape. So yeah, it was rough. Cheated on me with I think 15 girls, and I kept
Mm.
Oh my god.
forgiving him.
At
Mm.
the same time or like it was just one after another or I guess.
Like it, one after another. Then put his hands on me. Putting his hands on me was the last thing he could have done. So I was like, I'm done with this. This is no. I was 17, so that's the worst.
Yeah.
I'm 30 now, so that's still my worst relationship.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
hard.
Yeah.
well,
So
I didn't know we were gonna go that deep, but
Well, you were
for
like the
me,
what's the worst thing?
yeah, I was talking about
yeah.
like basic stuff. Like you guys went
No,
deep.
that's what you asked for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Well,
how do you, first of
I was not
all,
gonna go
how do
that
you
deep. Let me tell you what happened to me. The girl said to
hmm
me, "We're done. Fuck you." Basically, peace. And then she left a doodoo the size of this freaking long
what?
Huh?
freaking
Ew.
arm in the toilet that I had to cut into like six
Oh.
different pieces to
Oh
shove it
hell
down to
no.
flush it.
That's
Mm,
nuts.
mm,
That's what I meant by like
mm.
the worst thing. But you
Oh, maybe
guys took
like
it like
oh,
deep,
I mean,
deep,
you
I
didn't
deep.
thought
even, you didn't even,
I
Peter.
didn't know you meant funny. I thought you meant like something super traumatic, you know?
No,
Damn,
yeah, the worst
Yeah.
thing when we went there,
you guys
and
did.
all three of us thought of the same thing. So communicate
hmm
better, sir.
I will next time, obviously.
You know what the problem here was? No, 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 no. I will not be quiet right now because Pete and I had a conversation earlier, and I told him, I was like, this is the worst thing an ex did to me. So I was like, oh, you
Oh
want me to share this?
no,
Okay.
that's
Oh wow.
not what I was talking about.
Well, damn.
Damn. Okay, now let's go back to the question.
Mhm.
Love language.
Yes.
Oh
Let's
wait,
talk
I thought
about
that was the
love
other
language.
question.
So,
Mm.
Ooh, can I go first?
wait, I'm going to ask the question first.
The love language. Hmm.
Let me see. Let me read the question first. I forgot the question.
Oh, ooh.
And you guys know I have dyslexia, so this is going to be Busher up. What is one of the things that makes you feel most loved and appreciated by your partner?
Well, hold up, let me go take a quiz first.
Oh,
I don't even
geez.
know myself. The love
Wait, we do
language.
have a quiz.
We
Yes.
do.
I already
Yeah.
took mine. I used
Oh, you
that
took
site
yours. You
already.
were fast. I think I've taken mine
Wait.
before, but I don't
No,
remember.
I took mine months ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that was also me, but yeah, I forget. Let me go and I want to take mine again because I feel like it changes over time.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. Mine has. Mine used to be words of affirmation.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Now it's physical touch. So if you're not touching me in some way, I feel like you
Hmm.
hate me. I feel like you hate me, and I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, all right, guess we're doing this.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing this.
I think
I
it's
like
good for
hugs.
you to do it every so often because
Mhm.
Hmm.
you definitely change
Mhm.
through
Hmm.
time, you know? So I think it is important to take it once in a blue, because you might change. Like, one of the questions that I asked here was, do you like receiving emails or texts or notes? Or do you want to be like, I think it said, together in a room, just spending time doing your own thing?
Yeah, it's more
Quality
meaningful
time.
to me. One of the questions is, it's more meaningful to me when someone sends me a loving note, text, email for no special reason, or I hug someone I love. Hmm.
For me, it's a hug and spending quality time.
Yeah, some
Those two, those
I
two
agree.
are like
Physical touch.
top tier.
Because
Hmm.
yeah, because physical touch for me, if you accept that I touch you, that means you like me.
Yeah. Yep. Same here.
And if I misjudge that, then you need to say that. Hmm.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Because you can tell, again, I think everything goes with frequencies, emotions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, forces. Um, but when you're in a room, you can kind of feel the person's energy of what they're looking for, you
Hmm.
know, or certain things that they do or certain things that they talk about. But especially when you guys are on the same page, when it's sexual, you can feel that when it's sexual or relationship, you feel that magnetic pull towards each other. I feel
Mhm.
I haven't felt that way in a long time, but you'll feel it. Some interesting questions still on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to blaze through these right now.
By the way,
Mhm.
the quiz I think has a paywall, if I
Oh,
remember
okay.
correctly.
I was trying to remember if this thing does or doesn't. Like,
The
It
love language quiz is cool.
it didn't have one until recently, so
ugh.
yeah. But it shows you your top love language, which is good.
I mean, that's good enough. I'll be okay with
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Mine was physical touch.
It's
If
meaningful when someone I love puts their arm around me in public, or someone I love surprised me with a gift. Mm, being that I am a gay person, openly gay,
Mhm.
interesting. Huh. Let's go forward. I shall answer that question later.
Some of these are tough.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, I think which one is it?
Yeah.
Let me go back and see which one it was. It says, my partner doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking, or gift giving is an important part of our relationship. I'm like, I went and chose the doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking.
Hmm. Right. You're gonna get interrupted when you talk. That naturally happens with
Mm.
everybody.
hmm hmm
I'm around someone I love, even if you're not really doing anything. I can be comfortable holding hands, high-fiving, or putting my arm around someone I love. Interesting.
I think I underestimated how long this quiz is. I'm like, oh man, I love quizzes, but this
Yeah,
time I'm like,
you.
I'm
This
really,
was
I'm really trying to blaze through it, and I don't know when it's gonna end. I feel like it's starting to ask me the same stuff just to make sure that I know what I want, and I'm like, I think I know at this point. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, mine is actually, wow, it's changed over time. So mine is 37% acts of service.
Mm.
Yep, that
okay.
that has changed over time. Before it used to be quality time and or words of affirmation or physical touch. It used to be kind of like those three would be the ones that tied with, but right now it's acts of service, I guess.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I think it's and what they were saying is most likely like whenever I'm feeling if you're feeling stressed and stuff, and let's say you're studying for something or something's coming up and you're really stressed and like I think what Peter used to do for me whenever I had a quiz or a test for school, he would go and get me some Godiva chocolate because um, we remember talking about if you had chocolate and you take it before a test or before you're studying, it can help you I don't know if that's true or not, but it can help you study and learn more. So he would just show up with chocolate covered strawberries, and that was like our thing.
Interesting.
So I
I
guess it's
love
kind of
Wow.
that.
like a gift and also acts of service. I don't know.
Mm,
I mean, it would be a tie, I would say.
Yeah.
With
So
that one, yeah.
Nate, yours is you said that yours is words of affirmation.
No, physical
Oh,
touch.
physical touch. Okay, I was
Mine
like,
is also
mm-hmm.
physical touch.
everybody like
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this
And
is
guess what?
crazy. What?
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 So am I.
Wow. Well, wait a minute. It says physical touch 27%. So
Mine
it
is
doesn't show
30%.
you. So it doesn't show you the other ones.
Yeah. What if
No,
it's like
it's a
all
paywall.
tied? Yeah, the paywall.
So, so I have three that were back to back to back,
Yeah.
which was it was physical touch, quality time, and words of affirmation. Those three. And what's funny is that it matched perfectly with my partners when we
Mm-hmm.
first took it. So we took it last year and there wasn't a paywall. So I don't know why they did a paywall now. Um but ours matched perfectly and it was absolutely wild.
Oh wow.
And we were like, "Oh my god, we're twins."
Yeah.
That's awesome. They
And it was
probably
good.
got really popular and
Mhm.
That's what it was.
yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Well, mine was physical touch, and I do agree with physical touch because um, I like to be touched and I like to touch. And that tells me, touch tells you, you get vibrations off of touch. You get energy off of touch for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, and I think
So for you, Cedric, would you say that are there certain types of touch that you do like more than others or ones that you don't
it's
like?
actually it's just surface level touch. It's like, hey Michelle, how you doing? I just touch your arm. That tells,
Oh, okay.
that's just me saying, hey, I'm here and I want to make sure you're okay with me. You're cool with me.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying just go around touching everybody, no. But if
Yeah,
you're
no.
comfortable, if we're friends, I known you, and I just want to check the temperature
Oh, okay. Well,
with you
it
today.
depends,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because some people
Mm-hmm.
they like to be touched only by people that they're
Mm-hmm.
intimate with, but they don't like to be touched
Mm-hmm.
by anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Or some
Hmm.
people they just love hugs. Like I love to hug. I don't give a shit. I go hug everybody.
Yeah,
Except
yeah,
with some
yeah.
people, you can really tell the vibe where they really don't want to hug,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, okay, I
Right.
won't hug you then.
Hmm.
Agreed. But yeah, it's just that, that, hey girl, and you just touch their forearm or
Hmm.
their bicep area, and that's it.
Okay.
And it's not like I'm gonna grab your arm or touch your back or,
Even a little
something like
slap
that,
from the
unless we're
ass,
going in for a
maybe
hug.
like a
Hmm.
slap the right ass cheek or something, or
Yeah, all that shite. So no, but that's how I am.
yeah.
But I'm a very touchy person. I've been that way since I was a kid. I used to brush my teacher's hairs
Oh,
and all that kind of stuff, braid girls' hair when I was in high school, all that stuff. It was crazy. But as you get older, times change, people look at things differently, and um, I don't do those things anymore.
well, I was gonna say, if you still want to braid hair or brush hair, that's like I actually want to. I like being on the receiving end.
Hmm.
My friends when we were younger, they used to love braiding my hair because my hair texture was different from their hair, and so
Oh,
they would,
really?
yeah. So I grew up in a community where predominantly it was like mostly Hispanic and Black, like people who were in the apartment complex where I was living. And so all my friends, they were mostly black and stuff, so they would like to braid my hair, and they would
Mm.
give they had to do these micro braids because if they made the braids a little bit too big, then my hair would be super slippery, and it would just
Hmm.
Mm.
like unbraid as you're braiding it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, but if you do the micro braids, the really tiny ones, then they'll stay. Um, but yeah, and I think when I was younger, I used to love it when my mom like went and combed my hair. Like I think that's a de-stressor for me too. So. And so I
Mm.
like to comb other people's hair, but yeah, I guess as you said, like as you get older, you just don't get to run around brushing or combing people's hair.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I used to bond with my mom by brushing her hair, except the way I would brush the hair would be not very delicately because I was a very tomboy child. So I would just go in with the brush and just slam it on her head and just
And just rip them.
drag it down.
Not slamming on her head.
And she was like, Natasha, you gotta do it gently or you're not gonna do it at all. And I was like, okay. And I would slam
Well,
it again.
well, how are you
I
gonna help me
was
with this, you know? Hmm.
I was a tough kid. I was very, very tough. But I did love braiding. Braiding was so much fun.
I loved braiding as a kid. My sister taught me how to braid when we were kids. Used to braid the Barbie dolls. And then one day I just went to school and I just started braiding people's hair and not thinking that I was even doing it, that it just came natural. I love doing it. I enjoyed it so much.
And well, you guys are talking a lot about brushing hair and stuff, and you just reminded me how my hair is like super tangled right now, and I'm like dreading it, which is why it's in a bonnet. Um,
Mm.
because
Mm.
I'm dealing with it day by day, but oh my god, I'm letting my scalp rest.
Hmm. But so for me, for my next relationship, something that I look for, speaking about physical touch,
Yes.
is making sure that that person does accept physical touch. Because you get into relationships with people and they don't like to be touched until it's time to be intimate, or or you're in a relationship and somebody says, "You can touch me, I'm not a touchy person," and you don't want that in the back of your mind. It's kind of like, okay, when can I touch you then?
Oh no,
Um,
that's the worst.
yeah, so it's the worst feeling. So,
Mhm.
that's why I want to protect my physical touch is my number one thing. I don't even
Ooh,
have I don't even have like the other ones. Physical touch would be 90%.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore,
Let me see. I'm thinking how to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Within a time period, what would have been the perfect time period for you to be on?
I think that's a very
excuse me.
loaded question. I
Yeah,
just
because
What?
what time
Excuse
period
me.
would you have been that would have been perfect for you? Because think of
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
generation. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. No, I heard
Mm.
something else.
Oh, I was gonna say it's difficult for me to answer because like
Mm.
I'm gonna consider things like being a woman, like a female at birth,
Mm.
and
Mm.
like some rights that may not have existed at some periods. So it's like I
Mm-hmm.
want, like naturally in the media we want to romanticize certain periods of time, but it's like, do we want to go back to some periods of time? So I
Mm.
don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, I'd rather not answer
Okay.
it.
So I have another question. What is considered a romantic dinner for you?
Oh, we totally
Oh,
switched.
Listen, I'm
yeah,
asking
no.
the questions today. I'm trying to find out your love language.
I want to
Well,
go back to
we
the
don't.
last question. I want to answer that last
Yeah,
question real
let
quick.
Cedric go and if you want to answer that
Yeah.
one, go for it.
The last question, I would love to go back into the 80s. I know that I'm gay, and going back to the 80s was a really hard time for the gay
Hmm.
community.
Hmm.
I mean, decade before that was too, but the 80s was really pointed out because we made an outbreak um, on living out loud, and that's where I feel like it started. So I would love to be a part of that era. The only downside of being a part of the 80s, AIDS took over at that time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So a lot of people died from AIDS. That would be the only part I'd be like, you know what? No, not the 80s. But if I had to choose, it would be the 80s. I think the 80s was a good time. Drugs were getting, what, cocaine and all that shit was coming out. And, I wouldn't be a part of the cocaine committee, but, it was different times. It was a movement. It was a change
You know,
in the world.
I
with all
imagine
this
it was
niffling
good
that I
cocaine
have,
too. So good, like top tier quality cocaine. You know, like I think
Yeah, right.
nowadays you. Well, I don't know. I don't do cocaine, but just hearing on the streets, everything's just cut and laced with a whole bunch of other
Yep.
stuff that you don't want.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm.
that is so funny because I was talking to my doctor the other day and we were talking about
Cocaine.
serotonin. And he's like, there's
Okay.
different ways to get serotonin. I mean, you can take the medication or you can go and take cocaine. Of course,
Mm.
we don't want to take cocaine. So I was like, what? Cocaine gives you
Thanks for
serotonin? I
Yeah, it
didn't know
does.
that.
bringing that up to my thought process.
I was
Okay.
like, I didn't know that. So I learned something new that day. But we're not taking that method. So wait, going back to the question I asked you, what is considered a romantic setting for you for dinner?
Mm. Who wants to go first? I guess I'm
Including
Ooh.
talking.
including the time, the place, the location, what you want on the table. Give me everything you want.
Mm.
Break it down. Like candlelit, nighttime, intimate.
Hmm.
Oh, I became so bougie. Like
Yeah. White
in the
tablecloth.
past weekend. No, in the past weekend.
What did you do this weekend?
I tried filet mignon and I've
Oh,
been
what you?
craving it every single day now.
Oh, you can't go back now. You gotta
Oh
go
my
have some more.
god. So I went on a date with my partner and my crush.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And
Wait, did
Hmm.
he try your filet mignon? I'm just kidding.
Wait.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
Can't
What
do
kind
it
of
he
yet.
filet mignon are we talking
this
about?
no, we're talking about the cut, the meat cut, excuse yous. But no, I went on a it was interesting because it was a date, but it was at 10 a.m.
Hmm.
So we caught a movie at 11 a.m. Hard Eyes, really
Yeah.
good. I recommend it. Super funny.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. It's
Not
because
sponsored by them.
like a horror
Not
comedy one, right?
It's a horror comedy.
Slasher.
Yeah, so it's like a rom com, but
Ah,
there's like the funniest twist, and it's like, oh, it was so good.
I gotta go see it.
So we were just watching it, and we were just like in each other's presence, and it was nice. And then we went for brunch, but it was more like lunch
Hmm.
at like lunch or dinner at like 1 p.m. And then after that, we went to a brewery and we had a couple of IPAs.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
It was such a nice day. It was so great. I was happy. Um, so I would say a nighttime date, definitely in the winter, candlelit, filet mignon. However many partners I have at the time. Um, yeah, that would be it. Gift exchange. I mean, you guys can't see it at home, but my crush gave me this, and it's
Oh,
super
that's super
cute.
cute. Wait, what is that?
That is pretty cute. It looks like a
It's
Is it a
bear.
cat or?
I don't know what it is. What it is, Nate?
it's a cat.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a cat.
I
It's a
can't
cat
tell.
holding a heart, and it has heart
Aww.
ears,
Oh wow.
heart ears, and heart feetsies, and it's so cute.
Look at that. So nice.
Yeah, and she got me candy, and I got her a few things. I got her shower steamers, a blanket, because her thing is reading. She loves to
Hmm.
read.
Hmm.
So because she loves to read, I was like, I'm gonna get you something for coloring. So like that, we switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
Hmm.
But I made like such a cozy little basket for her. And even her purse, like the tote that I gave it in, had her initial, and it was like super cute. And I was like,
That's super nice. So it was like
and
a gift basket.
pretty
Like,
much, yeah.
yeah. I know that was like pretty big at some point a couple years ago, but I haven't heard anything about gift baskets in a while. So it's good. Like I think like if it were me and I get a gift basket, I'd be pretty excited about that because you just don't see them too often nowadays.
Too often, yeah, you don't see
Hmm.
gift baskets
Yep.
Usually
at
you get like
all.
one thing, but it's like, oh man, I get a whole bunch of stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
And we did the exchange at the IPA brewery. So we were just sipping on some alcohol, and then she was getting like super excited over each item. And I was like, wait until the next thing. And she was like, there's more?
oh wow.
So
At
it
least you guys had
was,
fun.
yeah, no, it was so much fun. I can't wait to see her again. And obviously,
Mm.
my partner as well, my male partner.
Yeah,
But
see, I wanted to clarify that. I wanted to make sure the callers or the listeners were listening and heard what you said. You were with your crush and your
yes,
partner, two different
yes,
people, right?
yes, two different people.
Okay, I want to make sure we're and nobody. It worked out well.
What do you mean it didn't work out well?
No, I'm saying, did it work out well?
Oh, did it work out well? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay, good. Hmm.
yeah. No, no.
Interesting.
So is this
Interesting.
kind of like where you and your partner are trying to figure out if your crush is going to be more than a crush, or I
Yes,
mean, yeah, okay.
it
Because
was
I
that
mean,
type
I'm
of
yeah.
thing, and we both crush on her now.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So, so now it's a matter of telling her, and
Okay.
I'm super anxious because, like I said a few episodes back, she's straight. But I jokingly did mention that so is spaghetti until it gets wet.
Until it's
Mm-mm.
cooked, but you know.
Mm.
Well, if she didn't know, she listens to the show. Welcome to the party.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean,
Welcome.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder, like, does she know, or I mean, or she's just thinking, oh, this is a very nice couple, just getting me gifts or something, or
Mm.
maybe she does
No,
know.
no,
I
no.
think
She
she,
does. She
yeah.
knows.
You think
Um,
so?
I think she knows just because I send her memes and they're usually like les doubt memes,
Mm.
Oh, okay.
and I'm just like, here you go. I just present it to her, and she's like, oh, okay. And we call each other boo, so
Uh
it's
huh.
like, I feel like she knows for the most part, and we send kisses and hearts and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like she knows, but now I'm questioning: is she really straight?
I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think everyone's like 100% straight anyway, so
No, of course not.
yeah.
I consider
Mm.
sexuality a spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Very
I
much.
do agree with that. And it's just I think we've just narrowed it to it's supposed to be this, this, and this, and then everybody's all
Mm-hmm.
in their programmed feelings because of what one person changed, and it changed the whole nation. I That's my look on it.
Talking about the whole nation. Who's gonna answer the question?
What? What question?
Okay, Michelle, did you answer the question? The
What
romantic
question?
dinner?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she
I was
did.
given chunks of it. I was
Okay.
like, yeah,
yes,
nighttime, white table.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
yeah.
set the scene here, you know?
That's how we railed off.
Yeah.
But
Cedric.
I didn't change. I didn't do mine yet, so I can tell you mine. I was ready to give my answer.
Yeah, we could say the
Run,
same
run.
too, Pete. And I was like, we need to hear from you as well.
Hmm. A night at the park on a blanket,
Okay.
a bottle of wine,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a candle or two there. And dinner can be simple. And my main dish of choice would be conversation, getting to know each other, making that bond, creating that foundation. That's the food that I'd be looking for because I want to know my partner. I want my partner to know me. If it's that night where we say, hey, we're going to be in a relationship, I think everything needs to be laid out on the table. And something in that setting would be beautiful to do it in, if you and that person is true to themselves.
Yeah, I totally
Okay.
agree. I think that that is very nice to get to know someone, and I don't know why it reminds me of something that I was listening to the other day. It said that in the beginning we try to get to know people that we're going to be in a relationship with or something with, right? And then
Hmm.
over time we can start to take people for granted. We stop getting to know or getting curious about our partners. So they said the
Yeah,
challenge is to continue to try to learn something new about them every day, cuz I mean
absolutely.
everyone wants
Mhm.
that kind of attention, like, oh, they still want to know about me and know what I like, what makes me tick and all
Hmm.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just really think, when you start a relationship, it's so fiery and it's fun. And sometimes we get it caught up in that where we're okay with just dealing with that, but then we forget that, okay, after this high goes down, what else do I need to know? Or what else do I need to do? How do I keep this firing? And I think that's where a lot of relationships lose because they just simply don't ask those questions. Oh, let me see. Michelle likes to sing. Let's go out to karaoke sometimes.
Mhm.
Let's whatever. Just use an example. And it's funny because my cousin asked her dad what did he like about her mom. And he was like, "Oh yeah, she can cook and she can." No, she said, "No, that's cooking stuff and all that. That everybody can cook. What do you like about her?" And he thought about it. He's like, "But she can sing. She can sing very well." And she was like, "Okay, good. Have you told her that?" You know,
Mhm.
and then that just opened up another whole realm. Like, okay, sometimes that was a confirmation that my aunt was like, "Oh, that was nice to hear.
Yeah.
That was lovely to hear that my husband knows that I can sing well. He never told me that out of the 20 something years that we've been together."
Yeah, I think sometimes it's you gotta like we think these things, but we forget to say them too. So I think
Hmm.
in your case, like your aunt is so important that she could hear that he appreciated and he saw her, as
Hmm.
loving to sing and liking to sing.
But everything can be done in communication.
Hmm.
Everything can be released in communication.
That's true.
Everything can be saved in the communication, and communication is not going to be perfect all the time, but communication gives people to think about what the other person said,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be, but communicate,
Mhm.
you know, communicate properly.
It's kind of funny for me. I like old style.
Oh,
So I like old style. Let's chase a little. Let's go at a dinner. Let's keep a little distance, which is funny because me and Michelle did this. Let's keep a distance. Let's yell at each other a little, you know?
mhm.
Let's keep a distance, you know?
And
Let's
how
have
long have you
some.
been married again?
Me and
Uh,
Michelle, 15
almost
years?
15 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15
Mm.
years.
almost 15.
Natural and normal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give a distance. Let's chase each other a little. Let's go to a dinner. Let's enjoy dinner. Not an expensive dinner, a cheap ass dinner. You
Hmm.
know, yeah. Because the thing is, if you start taking people to expensive dinner, is expected all the time nowadays,
Hmm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and it's
this
not like
new
that.
dating life is not, it's weird. Go ahead, Peter. I'm sorry to cut you off.
So cheap dinners. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's have a conversation about stupid stuff. Let's spend all night on the phone talking about junk. Let's get to know each other.
Like,
And I think that you should do that again. Okay. If you remember, how you met your spouse or your husband and you're married now, why you don't try that? If your relationship is rocky, try it again.
Mhm.
Remember why you fell in love with that person originally.
Mm, mm,
So that was one of the things that I liked about Michelle. She was like, I am going to California. And there's a song that I have, it's called The Polka Dot Dress, that I wrote, which is funny because she went to California and she told me she was not coming back. And bitch surprised me. She came back with a polka dot dress, and the rest was
mm,
history.
Well, I went to visit my family in California that I hadn't seen in like 10 years, and there was a possibility that I would transfer going from college in the state where I was in Georgia over to California. So that
mm,
I was just being upfront and everything, but I ended up being able to figure out like my school stuff, so I came back to Georgia and everything, continued going to school here. So yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting. How you said, Peter, to recreate how you met and everything. And I'm just trying to replay it because I mean, Pete and I met through a slice of cheesecake that he was not supposed to eat. It was meant for another person, a mutual friend. And I'm like, I'm just trying to imagine like calling up our other mutual friend and be like, hey, I need you to go and pick up Peter and then, go and get some cheesecake and then have Peter eat it again. And then he's gonna have to go through having was it you're gonna have to go and have lactose intolerance again with this cheesecake, but oh well.
right. And subscribers, if you're listening to this cheesecake story came up on a previous episode. So
Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
if you're here, then you heard the story before, but not as detailed as Michelle is telling it.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I
The
try to keep it
cheesecake.
succinct. Yeah, the cheesecake. One day I'll make the cheesecake again. I have a joke. It's that every time I make a cheesecake, I'm gonna end up getting wifed up. So I
Oh,
try not to go and make this cheesecake.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
don't.
wipe her up.
oh,
I don't know.
No.
I mean,
Well,
like if we can't share it with too many people, because then they'll be like,
mm.
oh, who's the person who made this cheesecake? I need to go meet them. What?
Then they'll
Or
come
the
in like an
parent.
eagle and swipe her out.
Yes, gotta insert that the eagle, sound when they come in and swoop in for things. Oh my gosh.
All right,
Mm,
did everybody answer the questions?
yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
Yeah.
we did.
Okay, I have another one.
Oh, you got a lot of
What?
questions.
How do you prioritize? I can't say that word.
Prioritize.
Prioritize.
We got you.
Prioritize self love and self care in the midst of a relationship.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
I mean,
Is
it's easy
it?
for me now. It used to be difficult for me before, but
But the
now
It's
thing
it's
is,
easy. Yeah,
yeah,
is
I do
it's
agree with that, Michelle.
it correct now because
yeah.
you guys are older. But if
Hmm.
you were
Wiser.
younger, how do you prioritize to have a relationship with somebody,
Man,
being with them 24/7 and all that stuff?
I don't know if I can speak
we
to
can't
younger.
answer
My
that. Yeah,
my younger
we're
self
here
was
now.
I can't. My younger self was terrible. I wanted to be with that person all the time to the point where they got sick of me, and
Hmm.
I was like, now
Hmm.
I can't do that. I was like, I see Nate.
Hmm.
If y'all could see Nate, Nate is hiding behind a can of Monster right now.
A
Zero sugar.
can monster.
Yeah, I've been guilty. I think a lot of people have been guilty of that. I'm not too ashamed to
Yeah.
say it. I was stuck to somebody and I didn't know my boundaries. I was constantly showing up because for me, I want to spend time with somebody. I like you.
Yeah.
I want to be in your
Yeah.
life.
Hmm.
And they were
Yeah.
like, you suffocating me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So now I learned not to do that. Like I
Yeah.
think like,
Hmm.
I'm married and all, but let's just say hypothetically speaking, in the future or in another life, a parallel life or something, right? And I was single and I was dating somebody, I would have to learn to space it out. Like, I want to see you, but you know what? I'm gonna, and since I got like a 9 to 5 kind of ish job, I'm just gonna see you like once a
Hmm.
week or maybe on the weekend, when it's convenient for me and you, but I'm not gonna like be showing up at your house like every day. Yeah. And that's
Not
something I've
me.
had to not do.
No,
What
not
about you, Nate?
me. Not me telling my partner right after they leave my apartment, I miss you, come back. Like,
I've
not
definitely been
me.
there too.
So
Hmm.
that defines the other question. Then, is it because you're in a new relationship?
Ah,
No,
I
no,
just want to be
No,
with them.
I
not
think
for
that comes
me.
from the. I think that comes. Do you think that comes from like the catering side of yourself, where you want to be there for them, show them that you love them. Also,
Mhm.
gift giving. Hey, I want to give you no reasons to look elsewhere. Does
Possibly
No,
that make
that
sense?
and maybe abandonment issues too. I think
Yeah,
for me,
possibly
abandonment issues.
abandonment deeper inside. Yeah, abandonment
Yeah.
issues. But I can talk. I'm here at 38 now that I can definitely say yes, that was definitely a big learning curve, understanding your boundaries and people, don't like it seemed like the less that you do anything to a person with a person, the more they want to be around.
Mhm.
yep.
And the more you do, the less that they don't want to be around. It's so crazy. It's so weird how it works. And I hate those mind games, but
Hmm.
life is life, right?
I know.
Yep.
I hate that too, but like what is it? They talk about it as stoicism now. They're like, "Oh, you got to be
Hmm.
a love stoic. You can't like chase people right away or you got to put time in between." And I mean, at one part of me it's like, "Oh, this does make sense." The other part of me it's like when I fall for someone, I fall hard and I fall fast. And
Hmm.
Mm.
they become like I still got my hobbies and everything, but they become almost like my world and stuff. And
Yep.
I've had to make sure that now I'm like, hey, there's me, there's you, and then
Hmm.
there's a we. It can't
Hmm.
be like we got to have separate things going on too.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. The reason I was hiding behind the can is more because of I always say I miss you
Uh huh.
first. I've noticed,
Okay.
but they do say it back. So like I feel content in that. Um, but for me it's because so I do long distance. I feel like long distance is best for me
Hmm.
Really?
because yeah, like it works out so much better for me.
Yeah, how does that
Mm.
work with the physical touch thing? Because I know you do like the physical touch.
Yeah,
I like the physical
yeah.
touch, and I'm like, how do I smell this
Yeah.
person or be near?
Yes. 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 So that's the thing.
Take their shirt
Like
before they leave home.
I know. Give me your shirt.
I got underwear here somewhere.
No, I don't need the
Oh,
underwear. Just give me your shirt and
Nate, we didn't
your
need
deodorant
that
edition.
information. That's too
yeah.
much.
You just got like a the pair of drawers like just on the wall hanging or something.
No, no, they're clean. They're clean. Don't worry.
Okay, I thought they were, I thought
No, they're clean.
they were seasoned, I guess.
Oh, she said
No,
they were seasoned. They were ripe.
Oh my god.
AKA marinated.
But were they sitting,
marinated.
when they walked in outside
Yeah, they're like, I'm
They
gonna
and
need
did
to
walked
go
in
and
construction
front
sleep.
work.
No,
door?
no,
Hmm.
they weren't a full shift. Okay, no, they were not worn for a full shift, and then afterwards, no, no, they were clean. Um, they left them here by accident, and I was like, I just have them somewhere. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but with physical touch, so I'm weird.
Hmm.
I like to torture myself to
Mm.
to a certain degree.
Okay.
So it's like I like being deprived of something,
Uh-huh.
which is physical touch. And then once I get it, I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And
Ah.
then they go away again. And then
Okay.
once they're back, it's like, oh my god, this is serotonin, cocaine, everything mixed together. This is amazing. And then
She
they
got the
go away
pack.
again. So I figured out, a way that works, but also cuz I'm a student, I'm a caregiver. So I have a lot going on in my
Mhm.
own life. So
Hmm.
so being distant just makes sense in my opinion.
Mm.
Like I can't be with someone who wants to be 24/7 together.
Mhm.
Mm.
But at the same time, I want to be 24/7 together. So
Like in
Mm.
it's
spirit, I guess.
contradictory. It's so contradictory. It's so weird.
Very much
So,
so, and I need you to figure that out soon.
I mean, I think
well,
we
no,
got something good going. Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
no,
Okay.
works for
no,
you.
no.
Yeah.
We've been together for a year and 5 months now.
Mm.
Dang,
Excuse
it's
me,
been
I
that long
retract what I
already.
said. I
I
retract
feel like
that.
it's like I didn't even know it was a year and 5 months. It felt like 6 months or something when you were
No,
talking about
it's
your partner.
no,
Yeah.
it's been a year and 6 months now.
Wow.
We see each other monthly.
Hmm.
Sometimes we see
Hmm.
each other twice a month, and we got something good going.
It works.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting your partner in like smaller doses, but they're
Yes,
very meaningful doses.
yes,
So
yes.
I mean, yeah, so that's good is that you get to miss them, but then so when you do see them, then it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And in a way, I think sometimes they said distance is good. Like I know
Mhm.
it's different for like when you're living with someone, there's like a different aspect. Like you gotta, I don't know if you've heard like where they say like it's different when you live with someone because you gotta deal with like their
Yes.
idiosyncrasies and like
Mhm.
maybe they like to leave their underwear all over the place or you like, different lifestyles clashing and stuff. And in a way, you don't have
Mhm.
to like necessarily deal with that, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But let me say this. I
See,
think. Go ahead.
I would say, see, for me, I can't do long distance. I did it once, and I think I said this in one of our previous
Mhm.
episodes that I dealt with somebody in New York, and it was just very hard to get there to him and him to me and all this other stuff. So, um, we both, like I said, split up based on the fact that he just couldn't have his way with me or have me readily available when he got home, you know?
Mhm.
But wait, Nate.
So,
How far does he live from you
So they live in Connecticut. I live in New York. So it's about 3.5 hours.
on a
And
train?
by driving, no, by driving.
Oh, okay.
On a train, it's 6 hours.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Because the
do
train
you
needs to do stops, and then I need
Oh,
to
Got
okay.
you.
get to the city, and then from the city, it's an hour drive from the station to their house, and it's just like,
Got you.
it's a lot
Yeah,
of
I was just
stuff.
wondering if it gets expensive or, if you're
It
just
so
traveling back and forth.
it it depends on the season
Mhm.
and like the
Okay.
month and stuff. It's very seasonal. Recently we've been driving, so they'll drive, visit me, visit my parents, and stay in my room. And like last weekend,
mhm.
that's like they were asleep next to me, which is why like my camcorder was off. It was
Oh, I
super
was like, while we were
dark.
doing the podcast?
Yeah,
Like,
it was
how
dark.
cool.
It was dark. They were just napping.
Didn't even
That's
know.
too funny.
Oh my
Too
gosh, I had
Yeah,
no
funny.
idea.
I think I mentioned
Too.
it like twice or so.
Oh, I probably missed it, so sorry
No,
about
it's
that. Yeah, I
okay.
I didn't
Nah,
even
you're
know.
fine.
That's why she
You're
was like,
fine.
"I need to go. I need to go. I need to go."
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
they
like
were
my
next to
partner's
me.
waking up. Like, dang.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
I'm
sense.
glad that you had that
That's okay.
company and good vibes on everything. That was a nice move, you know?
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
all
but
things in the world goes well, when everybody's together, it's really a good good time.
hmm but the thing is, with this distance, it's manageable.
Mhm.
Mm.
If it was taking a plane,
Like
that would be a
international.
problem. That would be a problem. But
Yeah.
no, they're a state away, so it
Yeah, and
works out.
they're not like in Australia or something with super
Oh, that would
expensive
be
flights, different
so much
time zone.
worse.
Yeah.
Would you even think about wanting to be in a relationship with somebody that lives in Australia?
Absolutely not. I'm staying within the
Like,
states on the East Coast. Thank you very
Yeah, I was
much.
like, let me look
but,
up what time it would be in Australia.
but what if they came over, they had a good English accent, you
Oh,
got to
mate.
know them, and then next thing you know, it was like, oh yes, I'm European.
I'm not
I
a
mean,
sucker for um accents, but
oh wait, you
I
said you are or you aren't?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
That's what she says now.
Hmm.
Well, no, it's true. Like accents don't do it for me.
I mean, you
It's as
live
though
in New York,
I
you're gonna
love
hear all the
accents.
accents.
Mm.
Cedric
I
is
love me
is
some
all
accents.
Cedric is all. Ooh,
Especially the Dominican Republic accent.
yeah,
The Dominicans.
Oh, Pete, you
Peter,
are
if
on
you're
mute.
saying
Pete,
something,
you are muted.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have a section. It's called Peter's dad section.
Peter's dad, yeah. I was gonna say every session we should talk about Peter's dad for at least 5 minutes.
Peter's dad,
Let me tell you,
Peter's dad's, Peter's dad's Peter.
It's got it going on.
I had a
Get it?
nap before the podcast. Tell me
Uh-huh.
how I dreamt about Pete's
Peter's dad.
dad.
Peter's
Oh
dad's
Lord,
Peter. That's what I want to have a dream
you guys are
about. Peter's
terrible.
dad's
At this
Peter.
point, we're gonna have to bring Peter's dad onto the podcast, or
And you're
just
gonna
at
tell your
Yes.
some
dad to
point.
bring his Peter.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh my God.
All the listeners are gonna be so curious about Peter's
And
dad.
just
He
to
is.
correct the listeners, he took care of me when I was little, so he's really my uncle, and I call
Mhm.
him dad
Yes.
because he took
Mm-hmm.
care of me when I was little.
That's
So,
that's
um,
why I'm so aggressive because it's not really his father, it's his uncle. So if I did take him in the closet, I ain't gotta be.
Yeah.
It's not
oh
too
Lord,
guilty.
I have stories with our uncle, and it's just like, Cedric, I can't.
He is so fine to me,
This
so
man put me in
freaking sexy.
no, this man put me in a suitcase with my cousin and a
oh
reptar
yes,
Oh.
and just ran with us in the
Oh, I would have
suitcase.
loved it. I would have loved it. Suitcase
I
me
was
up.
screaming and yelling, and it was the most fun I've had. It was great. So I had a dream like that I was little again,
Hmm.
and that's
Suitcase
what was
me up.
happening. And that's what
he
was happening.
he is a fun person. I remember when I hit
Yeah.
18.
Mm.
Wait, hit 18 or 21? I can't remember. No, 21. Um, it was midnight, and he took me to this bar in Miami, and they had girls dancing in the bar all around it.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Is it a strip club or?
so wait, so it's weird though because it's not a strip club because they
Mhm.
were not naked.
Oh, okay.
Um, but they had like these things where like you get frozen drinks.
Hmm.
And this was years ago, and they have frozen drinks, and the girl was like, um, "What do you want?" And I said, "Let me have the pina colada." And
Hmm.
she's like, "Okay, cool." And I tried it, and she was like, "I tried it," and I put a face. I was like, "Ew," because I don't drink,
Oh,
so
it's too
I was like,
strong.
"Ew," and she's like, "How old are you?" I'm like 20, and she pulled that pina colada so quickly from my hands, and she's like, "Let me see your ID," and I showed her my ID. She's like, "You are 21 in a minute, so in a minute
Oh
I'll give
wow.
it back to you."
Okay.
And literally, that was like the best night I had with him. He got me like food and stuff. It was great.
That's
It was
awesome.
great.
I love stories like that.
So,
Oh,
so my last question is, okay, and this is gonna be a weird question.
Hmm.
okay.
If you had a famous, actually, let me break this into two. This is a very normal question everybody asks. Who's your celebrity crush? That's the first. That's the first one, and the second one is if you have a famous couple as your relationship mentor, who would they be and why?
I don't think I know any famous couples that come to mind.
Okay, it's kind of funny. I'll start with mine.
Okay.
Um, mine is kind of, yeah, it's kind of fucked up now that I think about it.
Don't tell
Huh?
me it's OJ.
Oh
Hell
gosh.
no.
Oh
No.
Hell
no.
no.
This is fucked up as
Stop
can
the
go.
madness.
Okay, so it's the love that she had for this person. It's Celine Dion.
Oh
It's the
yeah.
love that she had for her husband. But then, if you really think about it,
It's
did
really
he
fucked
groom
up.
her?
Yeah, he did. He
Yep.
did groom her.
Um,
He did.
so
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
so is the love that she had for the person is where I am
Mm-hmm.
intrigued as, and how through the years, even now, she still loves the man. Like
Mm-hmm. Isn't
it's
that
it's a
crazy?
it's a
And she
dangerous
still
situation, and she still loves him. Like until
and
today,
still
Mm-hmm.
defends him.
she still has not looked left or right, which is interesting.
Hmm.
I haven't heard of anybody being with her. So that is my celebrity crush. Um,
Bless you.
and she's also the relationship person that I will have to talk to because how she treats her kids and all that stuff. There was something that I was watching the other day. Of course, like I like to say, Instagram. Man, Instagram should be our sponsor because I mention them every single show. Um,
It should be.
I know,
Get on
right?
it, Peter. Get on it.
That I totally forgot what I was gonna say. ADHD yacht is kicking in. Okay, next question. Next person. Go and answer the question because mine went away.
I forgot the
Mine.
question.
Oh, it's like
Who's your
celebrity crush
celebrity crush and
and
Oh my.
who
Mm-hmm.
and
and
couples or something.
couple that could be a mentor in love?
Okay.
My celebrity crush. That's a good one.
My
I got
celebrity
your answer. Peter's
crush.
dad.
He's not a celebrity though. He's
I
my
mean,
Yes, he
celebrity.
is.
he
He's
he's got
He
Yes, he
is.
is.
IMDb.
He
He
is.
is.
He's
he's
been in
my
telenovela.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been in
really? Well,
telenovelas. Yes, he has.
don't don't tell
Yeah,
me
and
that. Is he
he's
on
been
tele?
in
Yeah, he's been
He's
in
been
Is
some
he
in
on
stuff.
several.
Telemundo?
Yes,
and he's
Mm.
also done music videos with Theo Valentino.
yeah, he's done music videos and other stuff. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, before I knew all of that, and before I met Peter's dad, my favorite sexy celebrity that I always fell in love with is Vin Diesel.
Yeah?
I think he's sexy. His voice is deep.
Oh,
Vin
okay, the
Diesel
voice.
used to be a dancer when he was younger. You can look up the
Yeah.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yep, seen
He's
those.
just so he's so secretly sexy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's so cool and calm because it's like I don't know, he's just so mysterious to me. And then he just
Have
got that deep, sexy voice, and it's just like, ah,
Have you seen that picture of him with hair?
Oh my god, I remember.
yes, yes.
He looks so different.
He's
He
so different.
does.
He looks mint with his hair. Like he looks black and white with his
Yeah.
hair. But without his hair, I don't know what he looked like. He looks Spanish or something, you
Yep.
know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
But
thought he
he's so
was Dominican
sexy.
for the
Oh,
longest time.
I don't know why I thought
What
he
is
was
he
Italian.
actually?
Yeah, what is he?
I think
Let's
he's
look it up.
What is
yeah.
okay. Professionally Vin Diesel. Mark Sinclair is his name. Okay.
Mm,
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see.
Mark Sinclair.
Yeah.
Ooh, la la
It's
la.
kind of funny when you find out that the celebrities' names are not
Yeah,
what
you're like, what in
they're.
the world?
I know. I hate that because I'd be like, Vin Diesel. No, it's Mark Sinclair.
Says that he is of ambiguous ethnicity. That's what he identifies as, and his mother has
Mm,
Scottish roots. He's never met his biological dad, so yeah.
So
mm.
that makes sense.
Okay.
His dad has to be black though. Something,
He just
some. Not I
Yeah.
shouldn't say black, but something along because he got black features.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
he's got something, you know.
He
But
got sazon.
yes.
He got a
And
little
it
bit of
better be Goya.
seasoning.
Mhm.
Might
That's
not
my
be.
celebrity crush. He's so sexy to me. And I let
And
him mop the floor with me.
oh Jesus.
Oh,
Hmm
And who's your
mine.
relationship mentor?
Relationship mentor would probably be a celebrity. I can pick a celebrity.
Yes,
Yep.
it has to be a celebrity.
Angela Bassett.
Mm.
I feel like she has
Oh,
the
that's a good
answers to
one.
everything. She's strong. She's fearless. She's she says what's on her mind, and she says it in a confident, seasoned woman. And it
Yep.
feels like she's following you. You're following her to the water, and she's making you drink it. And when you drink it, it's just she's. It's not even make. You don't feel like she's forcing you to drink it. It's just like, oh, it's going now. I'm just drinking it naturally. It's just the way she speaks and carry herself.
Yeah,
You
she's
would
definitely
want to
got
be.
presence.
The presence. Exactly.
Mhm.
I think she would be a great love person, or a great person to talk to about love and relationship.
I had to look her up. I couldn't remember her.
Angela
Okay.
Bassett. The first time I saw Angela Bassett was what love got to do with it? Tina Turner movie.
Mhm. Oh yeah, that was a great one.
Nate
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
very
and
good one.
Michelle.
I think Nate was gonna go. You had one in mind, right?
Yep. So mine is Peter Steele.
Mm,
I
So
gotta
he
look him up.
just look
I'm
him
looking
up.
him up too.
First, look him up, and then we'll talk. So Peter Steele from Typo Negative.
Oh, that guy. That yes,
Yeah.
man,
Mm,
that sexy vampire man who was gone too soon. I remember him.
mm.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh.
Oh, the
There's a
guitar guy.
Mm,
bass. But yes.
Oh, excuse me, bass.
bass
He got
Yes.
a
guitar.
body on it. I like his body.
Yep, got him up here.
We should hear his voice.
His
Yeah,
How,
voice is. Oh.
how did he die?
I don't know.
So his heart exploded.
Oh
Oh, he
Jesus.
was 6'8". Oh, he was only 48.
Yep. His heart exploded. Because when he went straight from cocaine use, his
Mm.
heart gave out.
Mm,
So, so when
Oh,
he,
he didn't like reduce it. He just cold cut stopped.
yeah, he was like, I'm done with this. Um, I'm gonna focus on, myself, be a better person, and focus on music. And he wanted to get married and have kids and stuff. So that part always makes me sad because it's like he didn't get
Mm.
that chance.
Right.
Um, but yeah, no, he's like my biggest celebrity crush ever. Like if I could, I would
Mm.
have dinner with him.
Mm.
um, as for celebrity couples, I don't have one because I see their relationships as always fleeting, and it's like I don't want that. I want something strong with
yeah.
foundation and with depth to it, not something
Mm.
that just comes and goes with
True.
the tabloids. So,
True.
Michelle, which was yours?
I was gonna say the same thing for me. It's when I think of celebrity couples, I guess it's not too many. There are celebrity couples that have, stood the test of time, right? But when I think of celebrity couples, I think of like they get married and divorced like super quick, or the most that they'll go is like 10 years, whatever years. So um, I don't have any celebrity couples that I'd like to mentor for me or to be my mentor. I would say
Yeah,
celebrity crush. Used to be John Cusack, a lot of 80s movies and stuff, but I have a type, I guess, Johnny Depp, but for sure Killian
yes.
Murphy.
Johnny.
Killian Murphy is just so beautiful and so good looking,
Mm.
or like
Oh, Johnny Depp,
yeah,
though.
yes.
Johnny Depp.
Something
Johnny
about
Depp.
like just dark hair, like lighter
Mm.
skin and then just piercing eyes, and I'm just like, yeah. So
You're
Mm.
describing Peter Steele.
let me let me
yes,
let me take my hair down.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
god, here comes Pete. Here comes Pete.
My hair
Oh
down.
my
or
god, your hair is so long, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yes, I like
It's
Peter's
beautiful.
hair. I think his hair is so nice.
You like Peter's hair?
Yes, because
Mm.
his hair reminds me of Pete Burns from Dead or
Mm.
Alive, and like really big 80s hair. So when Peter like just lets it go wild and free, I think it's just I love the texture of his hair because I think, like I have straight hair. So for me growing up with straight hair, it's very boring in my eyes because there's no
Mm-hmm.
volume. If I try to do stuff with it, it just goes back to being straight. But I think that when growing up I see other people with different textures of hair. I think it's so cool when their hair can defy gravity essentially. Like if you just
Mm.
kind of brush
I
Peter's
heard
hair,
that.
just goes up and my hair just goes down. It
Mine,
doesn't do anything.
That's too
no,
funny.
mine is. Let me look for a picture. Actually, mine withstands gravity somehow, and I don't
Mm.
understand.
Oh wow.
Oh.
But you got volume, so that's I feel like it's got personality.
That's why I look so angry. I'm just like, how
Fun
do I
fact:
deal with this?
Natasha, when she was little, her eyes used to change colors depending on what she was wearing.
Oh wow.
They still do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they still do, but they change with my mood now and the weather.
Ah.
Well, let's get her angry.
They turn reddish
Or
brown.
we can get her happy or something.
I might not
Happy
do nothing.
turns. Then do
Peter.
nothing.
I'm terrible.
Ugh,
Terrible.
this is why we're related. This is big brother, little sister.
Are we related, really?
Do
Oh
you
my god.
not see how
Oh,
much we look alike? What are you talking about?
I don't
Peter,
know
don't
what she's
run
talking about.
now.
I don't know what
Hmm.
she's talking about. You have to mix
It's
it
like I'm
up a
gonna
little.
stay out of this. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
gonna
run
fight
now,
you.
Peter.
I'm gonna fight you.
Psh,
her eyes would go
please.
red.
Look, where are you? You're in New York.
Yeah, once these planes stop falling out of the sky, I
Oh
will
my
go find
god.
you.
Oh,
Right.
okay, wait. I want to say something. Michelle's birthday was yesterday. We're not going to sing happy birthday. We're not going
Oh,
to get sued by Disney.
what?
But happy B.
Okay.
Happy
Yeah. Okay.
belated.
Oh, thank you.
Happy
Yeah.
belated.
Well, thank you. Y'all told me this already yesterday,
I
but I
Yeah,
know.
we
yeah
texted you, but it's fine.
yeah I
We're
Yes.
not.
appreciate.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was
This
gonna
episode is
say.
gonna come out like super later, so nobody's gonna know when it is.
I
So it's
It's
know
fine.
all
when is
good.
the
Yeah, we don't got
birthday.
no
It's too funny.
dates or anything. So, well, I mean, I guess. Well, so but yeah, we're not gonna talk about when, but like whose birthday is coming up? I know Pete's passed already.
Yep.
Yes.
Mine is coming up in the next 2 months.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Are you going to
So,
be in the ATL or are you going to be in the Florida state?
oh, no, I'm gonna be in a cabin somewhere in
Where?
Florida. Like in a cabin in
A
Oh, in
Florida.
a
cabin. Okay.
cabin. I understood
I
in
thought you said
Canada
in a
Mhm.
somewhere.
cannon. I'm like, what are you doing in a cannon? I was like,
No,
In
a
a
cabin in the
cabin.
woods.
oh, cabin in the woods. Okay.
Be
Hmm.
careful. Be careful with
Oh,
those cabins.
Oh.
no, I'm not gonna be alone. There's other people gonna be with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I had a feeling.
Hmm.
You got a
Oh,
what?
damn. She said I had a feeling.
A feeling. Okay.
She got the feeling.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So what do you guys think about what's going on in politics lately
I
and
don't
our
know. Do we want to go in there? Dang,
conspiracy
my cat
theories?
just bit me. What the fuck? Okay. Um. Yeah, Disco Mama. She's right here. She just bit me.
Yeah, the dog just came up to me. She wants to talk. Say something, Mocha.
I don't know if I
Nothing?
want to go into politics right now.
Oh, I don't know if
I
we
I,
just
will we
Okay, no
lose a bunch of
politics then.
listeners that way. It's like there goes our
think I'm ready
sponsor.
for that conversation tonight.
I'm not
Okay.
ready for it. We were having a nice thing about love
Yeah, let's
and
cut this one out.
love.
Okay, I'll cut that whole section out.
And love.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of love. The politics of
But I'm
love.
actually right. I think I'm loved out for the evening. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I think we're good with this episode. We did an hour.
Yes, we did. We talked the
Wasn't
most
it?
this time.
Yeah, it's like almost an hour and a half. I'm gonna
All
need some
about
sleep.
love.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Listeners, thank you for listening. And if you haven't signed up for 96 in Reverse, please click on the listen button and sign up. Cedric, What you got
Thank
to
you for
say?
being a part of. Thank you for being a part of this show, guys. It was a great time talking to my friends and getting closer together about life, love, and tragedy. But please come and listen to us next time. We'll be here. See you in a week.
Nate,
Well, thank you to our listeners, and 96 in reverse. Only way to do it. Blessed be.
Michelle,
Blessed be.
listen
Yeah.
me.
Well, thank you all for joining us. I mean, it's always a pleasure to be on here, and hopefully, we'll just be able to spice it up some more. But um, always
Leave
happy
it
to
to me.
spend. Huh?
Leave it to me.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully Nate will come and spice it up some more. Yes. Please share more of your spicy stories with us. Thank y'all.
Okay.
Remember, you can always email at team at 96 in reverse if you want to participate in the podcast. Also, merch is coming soon. We've been saying this for a while. I've been sick like a dog, so it hasn't happened yet. But 96 in reverse is over.
96 in reverse.
It is 96 in reverse, and you can have the worst of my drink, and we can switch places. Now we are in reverse.